They ain't running the damn thing, but they mouth up. It's all good. Y'all just stay in y'all opinion. But in the South and in the hood, it's understood. Without saying this again. And then because of what I'm doing for a living, it's more because of what I do and how I'm living. Not to mention when I'm rapping, I'm just heard niggas feeling it. And still chilling on substance in the hill. It ain't provisions for the click.
Got the pit in the back.
Your dog just chilling though.
Hey! Okay, motherfucker. Oh, I don't want to say all that other stuff.
It's alright. You can't even hear it because of music.
But anyway. The camera is on this motherfucker. So, some people say I'm a natural. I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? I'm just me. Can you be you? You be you, I be me. Everything will be groovy. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The people let people be and not try to change me, then, you know, it's all good. But when they fuck with me, that ain't a thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something in me that will just mash that out. It's called the spirit. Mash it down. Wickedness don't bother me because I'm a bad OG. You know what I'm saying, dog? I can't help it, you know? Shit, that's my journey, baby. That's where it brings you to. Been to hell and back, you know what I'm saying? Second life, you know, when they used to say, when you get old, then you have your second childhood. Shit, I've been having my second childhood ever since I got out of the Marine Corps, baby. Yeah. And what you want with me, young buck?
All right, we got some questions for you.
Uh-oh, shit. You said you got some what?
We got some questions for you.
Think I can answer some?
Yeah, I think you might be able to help us with that.
Well, go for it. I might have to go into one of those places. I might have to become Cajun Al. But if I become Cajun Al, you know you be getting the real deal then.
I need the real deal.
You got the real deal coming.
All right, okay. Let me think of it.
This is spooky shit. To go from one personality to another.
All right, I got one for you. Okay, so what would you say to, like, you know what I'm saying, kids who are like fresh out of high school who don't know what they want to do with their life, and they think they're like, you know what I'm saying, they're just kind of like at a crossroads and don't know if they want to go to school or, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like what should they do?
Well, you know they can't get a scooter. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no motherfucking money. But what they could do is join the United States Marine Corps. Woo, baby. I don't know, man. You know, that is such a vulnerable time at that age. And the world is full of uncertainty as it is. And you don't have a pot to piss in. And you feel powerless to do anything about anything. The only thing you can do anything about is yourself. What can you tell a young person that's in that place? You know, I don't know, because each person has to, you know, find the path that they're supposed to be on. I just knew I had to do something, you know, so growing up poor, you know, I wasn't like, my parents wouldn't have been able to pay for me to go to college, student loans, that kind of thing. So the only thing that was smoking was the military. So, United States Marine Corps. Tuesday night graduation, Thursday night I'm in a nightmare, baby. So what else? I don't. It's hard to say, man.
So do you believe that like school is the solution for everybody or no?
Oh, no. I don't think that school is the solution to everybody, but you know, it's so ingrained in our society that you know it's part of, it's almost like a rite of passage in our society to go to school, like, you know, to attain the degrees and shit like that. And when you peep out the real world, you know, they even go looking for a job, you know, the minimum, man, they request that you have a GED, high school. So it's all part of that game to, you know, in our society that you have, you know, you play to either feed yourself or, you know, to fucking survive, you know. But it has its place too, just in terms of, you know, your self-esteem. You know, if you feel like if you feel useless, then that's not a good feeling. So to feel useful, like you're doing something, you're contributing, you're an asset to the collective, you know, it's good for the collective as well as the individual. I don't know, man, it's just difficult questions you ask me, because the deal with those kind of questions is it involves philosophy, you know, so it becomes one's opinion, you know, and it's not
there's no wrong or right answer.
There's no right way or wrong way, and you know, it's not like math, 1 + 1 = 2, you know, and that's life, you know. I mean, the part that we do is living, that's the verb, you know. So living life is a challenge, and the sooner you know yourself, the better off you'll be.
So would you say that you know yourself?
If I didn't know myself by this point, I'd be fucked up.
How old was you when you found yourself?
Huh?
How old were you when you found yourself?
I don't know, man. It almost goes back to, you know, little kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the shit just don't happen overnight. You know, what they call the maturation process. One mature and become an adult, or quote unquote adult. But because, you know, there are old fools that are, you know.
Yeah, I've seen some old people just like idiots who just like us.
And they haven't learned throughout their journey, you know, what the essence of it is about. You know, for me, it's the spiritual path. You know, I'm a spiritual warrior, and as such, the battle is always with myself. It ain't with outside forces or anything like that. You know, and speaking of that young person who is, you know, don't know what the fuck is coming up next, just out of high school, and like, I don't know. The deal is to do something so that, you know, you continue to practice discipline. And, you know, discipline is something that you have to practice in order to become good at it. Because then it becomes like brushing your teeth. You know, you don't have to think about it. You know, you just do what you have to do, you know. But knowing yourself is the key to it. Because sometimes, you know, you might be pissed off, angry about some shit that you think somebody else done, but it's on you, you know.
So basically, if you're like a master of yourself and you have like self-discipline, nothing can ever happen that's out of your control in your life.
Well, first of all, You have to accept the fact that you have no control. You know, like I said earlier, the only thing you can control is yourself. So, and the mind is the thing that needs most controlling. You peep what I'm saying? Because the mind is a little fucking society unto itself. And if you cannot have some control over your mind to keep it from having, you know, fucked up thoughts, you know, I mean, or to be able to recognize when you're having fucked up thoughts, you know, and it's like, that shit ain't got no basis in reality, you know, whatnot. But, you know, you have to, I don't know, try to find balance in this whole thing called living life. The art of living.
Oh shit.
The art of living.
Oh boy.
You gotta call the video The Art of Living.
Yeah. That's yeah. I'm calling these The Art of Living. Yeah.
Well, that's what I started calling that
like,
little course when I had you real bad. I said, what y'all want to do, man? I said, let's have a little project. I say, how did I come? I don't even remember how I came up with that.
I mean, it was like, I guess the principal had told you that like we weren't doing shit, and you offered to, I guess, like create a class, and then I guess that was part of the class, like, you know what I'm saying, just shit like that, The Art of Living, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Well, I kind of felt like that's basically what y'all needed to focus on.
But that shit did more for me than any class I took though. At that school, like your class, like I learned more in that shit than, you know, than like
because I
any
was
other.
yelling at you all the fucking time, Cozy. Because it's your fucking life, man.
Yeah, that was the shit. That was the quote.
Oh boy.
Cause it really is though.
And that was the whole deal. You know, I mean, you know, I couldn't. One of the things that, you know, and it's a line from Bob Marley, but I feel it's too so strongly, is that, you know, you tell the youth the truth, you know, and that's why in all these years that I've been working with young people, I've always been honest with them, not to try to manipulate them into some bullshit or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To respect them, because that's the only way you can garner the respect.
Yeah.
You know, and so I couldn't bullshit with y'all. You know, I mean, where do you think I came from? I grew up in the projects, man. Shreveport, Louisiana. Shit, you know, I mean, I'm what they call, you know, one of them kind of super nigga types, you know, who got up out of the ghetto, climbed up out of the
Super
bucket,
nigga.
you know, bomb to, you know, a place, you know, but the way I got there is by serving, you know.
So would you recommend that? Like, how do you feel about, you know, like how they try to encourage the youth to join the military? Would you recommend joining the military if you can't find yourself? Or?
That's a hard one for me. You see, when I went to the military, it was the draft was in place. You know, I mean, I would have been drafted. You know, and so I decided that I wanted to go to the Marines, and by, you know, volunteering, I got to choose which branch of the service I wanted to go to, and the reason why I chose the Marines is these two boys that I saw came home on leave, and you know, I've been seeing all these boys come home from the Army, you know, and then I see these two guys, and it was just something really different about them, and I mean, if I had to do it all over again, as sick as it may sound, I would join the Marine. They really fuck you up for life. You know, it's like Alcoholic Anonymous, man. I haven't had a drink in 50 years, but I'm still an alcoholic. You know, but it's like that. You know, I've been out of the Marine Corps over 40 years now, and it's like I'm still in the Marine. And that's because the Marine Corps is more of it's more of a culture than you know. I mean, yes, it's one of the branches of the service, but it's more of a culture. It's for life, man. Even those Marines who like, fuck the Marine Corps, I ain't doing it. Deep down inside of them, they have a fucking love for the Corps, because the things that you get via that training is that you can't get into in the halls of academia, where I spent many fucking years, you know. But it's just life, man. You know, I mean, intense. In the training is intense, you know. And in retrospect, when I think, you know, I mean, damn, I was a Marine. Oh God, you know, it's like whoa. But that's one thing I never have to do again in my life. So after the Marine Corps, everything else was just cakewalk. Yeah, you know, it's just I don't know. But you know, and yes.
You got anything you want to add?
Shit, I got a lot of things I want to ask. Nigga, I got questions all day.
We got 117 minutes left on this.
Oh well, shit. I mean, I feel like the main problem with like the world today is that like people know who they are, but they're like ashamed to like, you know, show everybody who they are, to just be themselves. And it's like, what would you say like the people like that are trying to be themselves but kind of have that fear? Like, how do they get rid of that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I think when I accepted the fact that I was going to be misunderstood, I was not going to be liked or loved by everyone. And if that was something I needed, then I needed to find a way to fulfill that. Because when you do not be yourself, that's not natural, you know. And so you pretend, and this you know, this leads to what they call neurosis. You know, it's just be tripping, man. But to be yourself is the most challenging thing for a lot of people to do. You know, it's because, you know, maybe I'm gonna be misunderstood, maybe I'm gonna have no friends, all this shit you just have to let go of, all kind of, but that's the mind again. That's the mind again. And if you can't be yourself, who can you be? Someone else? Yeah. So, but you know, once again, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much stuff that go into keeping people from being themselves in our world, you know. Well, you know, that little colored boy, well, I ain't gonna talk to that white boy. Look at them damn niggas, you know, so much shit, you know, but that is the way the powers continue to exist, because they keep us divisive like that, and that's an age-old tactic, you know. Division, and just to be yourself. Shit, what do you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I watched this video, man, Leo Biscotti. I don't even know how to say his last name, but he was a professor from USC.
That died, huh?
Yeah, he died. He just said basically, for me, like, just go out there and be yourself. Like, if you got to make more mistakes, like don't waste your time on bullshit. Like, just don't be mad, don't hold grudges, none of that type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, just go get past it. Like, whatever, okay, that happened, it's history. Like, I'm moving forward, like, fuck it. Like, that's really how I've been living my life ever since January, since I saw that video. And, like, just hella shit, like, just trying to, like, take me down, but I'm just keep going to the top. I swear to God, like, I'm just getting past. I'm like, fuck it, like, I don't even care. Like, something happened, all right, I'm mad for the second, fuck it, I'm back to the right. You feel me? Because that's on the left, I'm back to the right. Like, I'm not really tripping about that.